Good morning, evening, or good night, troopers, wherever you may be. The Hunter class is a fast and nimble little psychopath with access to some hard-hitting primaries, some viable utilities, and enough grenade options to scare death itself. But how do we get the most kill power and utility out of a class to ensure that we're finishing the match with decent XP and decent kill counts? Well, today I'm going to talk you through the loadout that I have the most success with on the Hunter class. If you just want to skip to the full build, then by all means fast forward to the timestamp on screen, or use the chapters if I've figured out how to actually get them on by the time this uploads. For your primary you have three options: the Marita Mark 1, the Mark 1 Carbine, and the Hawkeye. The Mark 1 suffers with an identity crisis. He's okay at everything but not really good at anything. He doesn't really have the rate of fire to compete with the Carbine at close range, and doesn't have the sheer damage or stopping power to challenge the Hawkeye at long range. To take down a Grenadier you're looking at 6 to 7 whole mags worth of ammo, and for Tigers it's a similar story. This rifle is best used in unison with others to hose down groups and overwhelm big ones. We're going to be jumping all over the place, so it's not really ideal for this class. The Carbine suffers with a very simple issue: ammo. With less damage and a higher rate of fire, you'll be reloading more than you blink. It builds up a dependency on being close to an ammo depot or crate to constantly restock. Or take the ammo depots yourself, but then again you should never get high on your own supply. Also, this weapon is best at close range, and we will be avoiding damage by being high up or out of the way, so it doesn't really fit with the build. Don't take this. The Hawkeye, however, drops drones in one shot, warriors in two, and can be used at close or long range. Be aware though, using it at short range, after the first shot the accuracy drops off quite exponentially, so make sure you're placing your shots well. It's capable of soloing gunners, tigers and grenadiers, and even landing a couple of hits will award you with kill credit. The low bullet to corpse ratio means if we place our shots well, our ammo will last, and we can hit pretty much anything. This gun is the one we'll be taking. You will prioritise the big bugs, always. If somebody calls one out, use your jetpack to get there as quickly as possible and land a few hits so you get credit. When it comes to the drones and warriors, make sure you hit them at least once. This is going to award you with kill credit. Don't waste ammunition trying to drop individual bugs. Spread your rounds out as much as you can. This is how you're going to get kill credit for the maximum amount of kills per round. For your secondary, take the Emancipator. It kills drones in 1 and warriors in 4. If for some reason you really want to take the Peacemaker, I would recommend speaking to a professional. You need help.
Father, help!
Onto grenades. The MX-90 has a fuse longer than the Neverending Story, and a blast radius of a semi-wet fart. Unless the bugs are going to oblige you by standing still and tightly packed, 3 to 4 kills is the best you can hope for. There are much better options. The cluster grenade suffers from the same fate as the MX-90. The fuse feels shorter, but the damage is lacking. Kinda like those fireworks that you shoot in the air and then they don't bang at the top. It looked cool, but it doesn't quite feel right. The high explosive sticker grenade is awesome for killing one thing at a time. If you miss and it doesn't stick, the blast radius will make the MX-90 look well endowed. With such a powerful primary allowing us to take down big uglies from range, getting into throwing range to use this is both dumb and pointless. All of these grenades suffer from the same problem. They suck. With a relatively small area of effect and no persisting damage, they don't measure up to the other options available to you. Now onto the grenades that have some utility. The thermal grenade has a decent area of effect and persistent damage, which means after the initial hit, bugs will continue to burn for a short while. Putting this into groups is guaranteed to kill the drones and wound the warrior bugs, enough to get credit for the kill at least. The fire then persists for a short time, so you have a chance to light up more than just the initial group hit. This is a very decent option. Chem grenades have both a decent area of effect and persist. I take the chem grenades over the thermal, as despite it taking longer for the gas to spread, it has a larger area of effect and persists for longer. Any bug moving through the cloud of green gas takes initial and persistent damage. Drones will die instantly and warriors within a couple of seconds. It's amazing for wall defense and crowd clearing, so take the grenade cooldown perk and go and cosplay your favourite dictator. For our equipment, there are a few options to discount straight away. The ammo fabricator is situational and they're better options.
Your trust, guys.
Yes, you get 20 points for each person that refills, but that means sticking close to the team at all times. You want to be out revoking existence passes to the big bugs, not babysitting the bastions. The proximity mines and thermal charges are dumb.
Stupid.
You're more likely to die trying to place them in a perfect place than achieve anything else. The healing beacon is only surpassed in its uselessness by one other thing. The nuclear depth pack is the other thing. The scan or shock beacons are where it's at, and either are viable. The shock beacons allow you to create stun areas, and combine that with your gas grenades, you can keep the bugs in the gas for longer, killing them faster. Also, slowing down the bugs from taking down walls helps the team and stops the chaos of a wall falling and everybody panicking.
That's a shock.
Personally, I take the scan beacons, as knowing which wall is collecting the most bugs leads to some great opportunities for chem grenade placement. You find a wall that's getting swamped and drop your gas grenade at the base and move on to another wall. When the bugs are tagged by your scanner, they take additional damage from both yourself and your team. This includes your gas grenades. As your gas is killing things at the initial wall, you'll be killing things at another wall, doubling up your kills for a while. This also allows you to get passive kills while you're out trying to get to the big bugs, and make sure you're getting credit for every grenadier and tiger bug there is on the map. For perks, if you're rocking the Bloodlust and Synthetic Armor combo, I respect it, but seek help.
Now stand back, I gotta practice my stabbing.
Take the grenade cooldown and magazine bandolier for extra grenades and more bullets. Pain boosters are only useful if you struggle to realise when you're being chewed on. And that's it, your full loadout. Hawkeye primary, Emancipator secondary, scan beacons for utility, and chem grenades in your grenade slot. For your perks you're taking magazine bandolier for the extra ammo, and grenade cooldown for more grenades. Remember, the Hunter is a get to a vantage point and rain hell on the enemy class. You're not a brawler, so don't try it. Your jump jet is to get you out of trouble, not into it, and leave being helpful to the operators. They're better equipped for it. Until next time, happy slaughter, and goodbye.